Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night's Messages of Love from Above. So happy to see what messages are going to be coming through for us this evening. Before we get started, though, I do want to send love out into the world. So if you would like to join me in doing that, I do welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all gather together and send amazing love out to the world, multiplied, not just added together, but multiplied. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And just let that love cascade down like a giant waterfall into our heart, fill us up, and overflow out into the world, surrounding the world in a giant bubble of love, letting that love flow across the lands, the sea, the air, that every heart that is ready to have a higher vibration, that this energy would spark and help them. And if you yourself are in need of love today for your heart, your mind, your body, a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. And if you'll join me in also sending wonderful energy to my host that allows me to live in her basement. She is going through some medical things. So I appreciate all the love and prayers that you send her way as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and sending the love out there and allowing me the space for that as well. And before we get into the readings, I always like to let everyone know that each week I do have a drawing for a giveaway. I have been in here. Let me post the announcement. Every Tuesday, I do put out a video announcing what the next reading giveaway is going to be the following Monday and what you have to do to get into it and any other giveaway news. And I had been giving away a 1 hour person recorded reading. And this time I'm going to give away two 30-minute personal recorded readings. And that just allows more people a chance at winning. And I usually go more than 30 minutes, honestly, anyway. So this gives a couple more, an additional person at least, the chance at winning a reading as well. In that video, I also talk about a monthly giveaway news. So if you want to check that out, it does have to do with the monthly readings like this playlist that I just put out here for April. So it does have to do with those. If you haven't checked out your April zodiac uh, individual reading for the month, be sure to check that out. It does talk about the eclipse energy that's going on, the Mercury retrograde, just a fun energy happening here. And also each week I do put at least one pick a card reading out, and the one that we put out yesterday is all about the Aries new moon solar eclipse that's happening here. And happy Taurus season, everyone. We are starting that today. So happy birthday to all you Tauruses. And also, we're going full blown Mercury retrograde. So, woohoo, here we go. Exciting energies. And so, if you want to check and see what that energy is bringing in, be sure to check out those readings. All right. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about as far as announcements, and I'll get my desktop all set up here. We will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. Also, how these work, the free readings, I do go down the chat in order, first come, first serve. and there's no special list or anything like that. The chat is the list. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit, of course, knows what your question is, and we'll pull cards for that. Also, anyone who makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. I dive deeper into those as well and complete them. And then I step back in where I left off in the free readings and continue moving down until I get another donation and etc. Um, Donations, it can be any dollar amount. I don't have a set amount because, of course, everyone's income varies person by person and by person day by day, right? So I don't look at the amounts. I just honor the energy exchange. And to make a donation, you can just use the super chat at the bottom of the chat. And also, I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And they're in the pinned comment at the top of this chat, and then also in the description box of the video down below. So, any way you want to do there, that's the way it works. So, I think that is everything. I think that is. All right. If not, it'll come up and we'll answer it at the proper timing. I am going to be using this beautiful mystical moments tarot for the readings this evening. I do love the beautiful imagery on the deck. And so we will get started. And I don't have any donations. So we are starting at the very, very top. Oh, actually, let me make sure I have this set right. There we go. All right. So always victory. Hello, hello, and hello, Morgan the Void. I am fabulous. I hope you are fabulous. You have a very close connection with spirit today. I'm sorry, with birds today. So, what message would they like to deliver you? All right. And always, Victor, I see you have a question, a couple more down. So, I will get to yours here in a moment. So, Morgan the Void, you'll be the first one who stops. Reveal yourself, those who are also doing the hearts. You're so funny. All right, Morgan, you crack me up. All right, let's take a look here. What do the birdies have to say to you today? What are the birds? All right, well, we knew that. Anything else? All right. All right. So the Eight of Wands, Wands is our energy overall, but it's our spiritual energy. And I really feel with the connection with the birds, here you're flying with the birds, but I almost look at this like a satellite dishes, where it's taking in messages from spirit, because the Eight of Wands is about a ton of messages, spirit really trying to communicate with you today. In fact, as I was reading your question, I was like, what is this connection with? And I said spirit today, but it's birds. And it is this message here of the Ace of Cups, which is you are loved. And there's this new love that's coming in. I just feel like it's a heightened presence in your life of this glow. I don't feel that it's specifically from like one person that you're experiencing right now. It's more of this you're just seeing almost like you're seeing life in technicolor. It's like going from black and white to suddenly technicolor, where you're just seeing things so more brilliantly, so much more uh, like glowing with love, right? And I just feel like there is this opening, this flowing from your heart. So I feel like you've been feeling love come in lately, but I just feel like your heart is full and it just feels like it's overflowing. And it's almost like I like you have this grin on your face that you almost can't get rid of. You're just kind of like in a goofy mood because you're just so giddy happy with this joy that's bubbling up inside. And I feel like it's spirit saying, yeah, that's the love from above. That's the love that you get as you connect to spirit. And with all these messages coming from spirit, it's because when as you raise your love vibration from a lower vibration of fear, which is very noisy and it's hard for us to hear from spirit, as we raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks. And that's like those satellite dishes, you're really picking up messages. You're really picking up the energies, the love energies of everything out there. Even a rock. I feel like you could pick up a rock and go, I love you. I can feel your love. I mean, I just feel like you're in this place. The energies that are coming in for you, maybe all the certain planetary alignments just have like this zap that's coming through in extra intense love energy. And that's what I feel is the birds were trying to show you is this wonderful, wonderful energy, the love energy that's coming in. So it's like I almost feel like you want to sing a song because you feel like a little bird just fills up and wants to let out its sound. And I feel like that's where you're at with it too. So that is what's coming through right now, Morgan the Void, as far as what Spirits wants to know about that bird, the bird messages today. So I like it. And much love to you and hang in there. All right. So Dijona Sturgis, you are up next. And you want to know, is this relationship worth it? So, of course, that's a personal decision. So we're just going to adjust your question just a little bit because I feel like what you're wanting to know is this for my highest experience? Is it, like you said, is it worth the energy I'm putting in? Is it, divine that will go longer, or is it best to leave it and like you say, as they say, cut your losses and go, right? So let's take a look here, see what spirit has here for you. Yeah. So we have the Four of Pentacles here, and then the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the fast moving horse. And I almost feel like that's because it's the fastest one. It's like, run, get out. Because I feel like the Four of Pentacles, it does feel like with this chained fence, something that you're learning through this relationship. And I feel like it's going to move fast, kind of like a sparkler, like you have at any kind of party or celebration. I know here in the United States, it's like our 4th of July. It's like the sparklers. It's like big and bright and it's fun and fun. All of a sudden, psst, it's gone. It's out. And I kind of feel like that's where this one is headed here with the Knight of Wands. It's fast, fast, moving, 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 and then it's all burnt up. But I feel like what you're learning through this with the Four of Pentacles is the lesson of the Four Pentacles, which says that when we define our worth by the outside world, we feel unstable because all those things that we're told to define ourselves by the outside world are indeed unstable, which are relationships, situations, and things. And relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away. So they're unstable, right? Situations like jobs and education, etc., they never stay the same for long. They're constantly changing. And things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all those things, they break down, they deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen. So all that outside stuff, we just eventually get to this point of like, it just feels all unstable and it feels disappointing enough where we turn inward and upward where is we find where I can't even speak English, right? Um, where that is where we find stability, because when you turn inward, upward, we find that unconditional love from above, which is eternal, which is very stable. Unconditional, which means no conditions, nothing we can do to lose it. So that's also very stable. So that four in the Four of Pentacles, the four is a solid foundation. And that's what you're finding through this experience. It's kind of like we learn by finding stuff that's, the opposite. Like I'm not finding it out there, but oh, this is where I find it. So I feel like this is what is unfolding here. I don't feel like it's going to be a long lasting relationship, but you're learning so much about your power because as soon as you find that stability on the inside, it changes your whole perspective of the outside. Where things feel unstable and fall short on the outside, when you find everything you need on the inside, then everything on the outside feels like above and beyond extra instead of lacking and disappointing. So there is this wonderful unfolding that's happening here, this great awareness that happens through this relationship. So it's not a waste, it's on purpose for a purpose, it's divine. But I don't feel like it's going to be long term. It's just a beautiful stepping stone to get you to where you're wanting to head. So that is what's coming through, Daijona. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we've got Always Victory. You are up next. So you want to know if you're going to be able to enroll in summer school part-time and still move to Texas this summer. You understand that you need to spend more time focusing and less time socializing. Okay. Let's take a look here and see. Are you able to do both here? Yeah, there is a possibility for that to happen here. And like you said, the Queen of Swords is, she rules over the mind, but all the queens are given a second portion, which is of water, which is of the heart. So balancing heart and mind, like you're saying here, you need to balance focusing and your heart. And even the high priestess is talking about stepping away from everything, going into your high priestess temple to dive deep and to look and kind of communicate to spirit and stuff. But it is kind of like this pulling away and going into your high priestess temple. So you can do it, but it would definitely take that commitment to focusing and kind of stepping away out of the outside world to really focus in, like you're saying, on your studies. So it is there. If you're willing to do that, then it is definitely a possibility. But it all is within your hands, which is that's where we want it. We don't want it in anyone else's hands, but it definitely is a possibility. So I like that for you, always victory. Although I lived in Texas for 16 years in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm still cooling down, even though I haven't lived there for decades. So I don't know if you wanna move there during the summer, but you enjoy that. If you enjoy the heat and humidity, live it up. But many blessings to you. And that's me. That's my human speaking, not spirit. We're just clarifying. All right. So Esmeralda, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation coming through. Hey, my fiend. Thank you so much for your donation. You are cracking me up. You guys, I tell you. I do appreciate your sense of humor and all of your love. Um, you know, just I just gonna let you know that. All right. So divine empathic tarot. Stop, stop, stop. Will you be moving this year to the house you always dreamed of? Cha-ching. Let's take a look here. See what spirit wants you to know about this home and this move. Is it this year? Oh, okay. What's all this? What's all this? Let's take a look here. You know, I know. Every time I say, I know people are like, "Oh God, no." The first two cards that come out here. I mean, here's your castle in your head, right? And the Emperor, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is this giving and receiving type of energy. This, the Emperor is about a new start, and yeah, but then you're so funny. The Emperor is about this Aries new beginning, new energy coming in here. And it's just there's this flowing that feels here. It's like the Emperor is they make the decision like where they want to live and what they want to do. And I mean that's actually a big old palace on top of their head. And I feel like they're saying that there is this um there is definitely a possibility that you can do that you can make the decision to go into this house that would feel like the house that you've always dreamed of. But I feel like your idea of a dream home is about to change because we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. I know, right? You had the Empress, which is a new birth, a new beginning. So again, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, that there's this opening. You have the Tower, which is about things being removed out of your way to open up the path to where you truly want to be. And you have the world, which is ending of old cycles and the beginning of something new. Now, I could have looked at all those and could have been like, "Oh, look, this is the new beginning in the new home," but that's not what Spirit was saying, you know? That's the thing about cards is it's all about the energy that Spirit brings through in them. And I'm like, "Yeah, you could have the house on top of the head and have this wonderful give and receive, la la la." But I feel like that is almost feels limiting for you in that um part of the emperor's energy is clearing away all the opinion of everyone that's blah blah blahing around in the emperor's throne room. And he's like, "All right, everyone out. I've heard enough. You guys have told me enough, things." Yeah, and it's like, "All right. Well, this is seems like what I should want, and it seems like the dream, but why is it the dream? Why do I feel that this home is the dream? Why is this dream in my head?" And that's kind of what I feel like with this is like this is the head saying this is the dream up here. But I feel all of these feel more heart. These two feel like a heart. It just feels more, I mean, in comparison, which one feels, you know, more love fulfilling, right? This one feels like old business and these feel like, "Oh, wow," and I'm not sure with that, Empress with Mother Nature, Mother, Nurture too, um, I feel like something closer to nature even, um, with some land, it just feels like but I also feel like, creativity, the number 3, the Empress is about creative. So I feel like it's a different type of home, and it's like very interesting and unique, like, kind of how not like super old, like a plantation, but like old Victorian kind of feel. Um, yeah, so that would be kind of the thing. If you ever saw the movie We Bought a Zoo, and it's not that you're going to buy a zoo, but that's the kind of feel I have around it. They're showing me that in my head, which they like pushing. Um, I'm a big movie. I've watched so many movies and so much TV over my life that they just push buttons to remind me of movies. And it's just like, we bought a zoo. And that's what I kind of feel is this, energy. It's out there, So I feel like that's kind of more what spirit is saying. This is more your heart, not so much your head. And your heart wants its say so in where it lives. But the head is like, the emperor, I will decide. And the heart goes, not if I can help it. So it's like your heart is having a rebellion in the empire. So it's like the heart strikes back. Now they're playing Star Wars theme music. The heart strikes back. So I feel like that's more of what's uh you're being nudged to with that. So you might check out homes more towards the edge of town, more towards what the country is very nearby, Um, but I do feel like there's a lot of land around it where you don't have neighbors like in your face. You open your drapes and they're like opening their drapes and going, "Oh, hi. Want some coffee?" Hi. They're that close these days. It's crazy. But, that's what they have for you, Divine Empathic Tarot, my fiend. So enjoy your journey and adventure. And again, thank you so much for your donation. You are so funny. All right. So Esmeralda, we left off with you. And hi. And you want to know what were Brandon's intentions towards mentioning you to Z, and how did Z react? All right, let's take a look here. So let's see. What were their intentions and what were their reactions? Oh, okay. So we've got the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is this journey of really trying to understand what it is that they truly want in life, right? And so it's this adventure. It's almost like a spiritual teacher type of thing. And the Page of Cups is new love. I almost feel like this combination is Um, I'll tell you, they always do movies. They have, is it Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? I forget the I think that's it. Maybe. Oh, no, Fiddler on the Roof, not, that's it, Fiddler on the Roof, because they were all matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match, and that's what I feel like they were trying to do, is be a little bit of a matchmaker in a way and introduce some love, like a guidance, right? Because it's almost like, here is, Z and here is, Brandon, and they're telling them a story, drawing them in for the story, bringing them into new love coming in, right? And Z, I feel there's like this Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration, definitely there. But also there's like this um, feeling like, well, don't you like them? And there's like this love triangle in a way that's in the mind of Z of well, they were happy about it, and so I think they like you. But I think they feel like you like someone else and Brandon likes someone else. So it's kind of like everyone likes someone else. And and so there's this kind of confused triangle, I guess you could say. But Z was happy about it. They had a joy about it. So they liked hearing it. They liked hearing the story that was being read to them. So that's what I feel is coming through, Esmeralda. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that's what I'm picking up from those cards. Okay, very good. All right, well, there it is. Hey, Intuitive Enlightenment. Welcome, welcome, my friend. All right. So, Christy Okana, you are up next for the next free reading, and you'd like a general reading, please, and thank you. You are welcome. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. So one thing that's coming in here, I feel like this King of Wands, there's a fiery energy in your life that it almost feels like they're destroying things in your world, like, or they're trying to, right? It's like almost feels like someone is trying to cause trouble. And I don't feel like you are um being impacted by it. It's almost like being in a very secure bomb shelter and you just hear someone bombing outside and you're watching them on your little monitoring computer screen and you're going, "What are they doing? What do they think they're even trying to do? They can't hurt me. They can't do anything. Why are they being this way?" I kind of feel like there's this energy here um, that's coming in, but I feel you here. It's almost like you're woohoo, having fun, fancy free, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like your outside world, you're just kind of, I don't know, there's like this momentarily pause, like the Two of Pentacles um, is usually like balancing of things, see here, like with that, the cycles here. But I feel like you're in the middle here, like there's one cycle going this way. Let's see if I can get it to, but you get it, like a infinity symbol. There's in the middle where it crosses. It's like it's almost like that's a pause before you start another cycle. And I feel like you're right in the middle of here, and you're waiting for the Seven of Pentacles, which is this what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And I kind of feel like there's this pause, and while you're at this pause before things start up again, which isn't very far away, you're just recognizing, you're like, why is this person, I almost wanted to say dude, so I think it's a male, or someone that identifies as a male, and it's like, why are you, declaring war or firing darts my way? And it's because they feel low about themselves, and you just happen to be someone safe and nearby, and that's why they're firing at you. It doesn't, nothing personal at all. But I just feel like they're on a war page, just trying to, they just kind of are in a self-destructive spiral. And I just feel like Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to rescue them. You don't have to um defend yourself. There's nothing, you just let them do their little psh over there. They're not impacting you. You're in your bomb shelter. You're safe and secure. And you can just be like, okay, I can send them love from in here out there, but I'm not going out there and I'm not going to let them draw me out into a battle, because I don't need to. I'm totally fine in here. And this pause is like almost like a railroad track. It's like this. They're showing me they're a train wreck. It's a train wreck, and you're driving up, and the little ding, 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 ding things come down, and the pause is keeping you from going across the tracks because here comes this train wreck that flies by, and then tick, 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 and then you continue. And so I feel like this is what this pause is about. And this wonderful person that's experiencing this beautiful train wreck for their life, it's happening on purpose for them. That's why you're like, all right, their higher self wanted that so they can, enjoy it fully, but you don't have to get involved in it. So I feel like that's what's coming through right now for you, Christy O'Connor. So deep breath as you watch the train wreck go by, maybe grab some popcorn and just watch it as it goes by. But yeah, you can just relax. And if you don't, like you said, you think you can relate to it, but I feel like if you don't recognize it, yeah, they're just forewarning you. If you all of a sudden have these darts that come your way, you're like, oh, okay, this is that thing. Here comes the train wreck. Just hear the ding, 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 ding in your ear and go, oh, that's right. Let's watch it go by. So that is what they have. Many blessings to you. Julia, you are up next. So can you have a current message from your Leo? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What's going on with Leo today? All right. All right. Well, little Leo's doing some thinking here. We have the Hierophant, which, does talk about getting to the core truth of what do they really want? What's their capital T truth and who they are, what they want in life. And they're really, have been sparked to really think about it because obviously what's happening and headed your guys' way. But the Page of Swords here definitely tells me that too, because here's what is my wish? What do I want to have come true? What of my fears I want to cut away as they look at things from a higher perspective? And with that Ace of Swords, they're able to see things from a place of unconditional love in a higher place, free of their past, free of those fears. So I feel like they're really digging into their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about relationship and about life, just getting clarity. And I feel like their heart is coming into it too, but they're cutting away these fears they've had from the past, realizing that you are not anyone from the past and that you get to um, go on to new territory. So I like that Hierophant because it's clearing the path, it's seeing things differently. And I like this. The five is a number of change. And so they are definitely changing their perspective, clearing away the clutter from past, you know, uh, brainwashing, from their conditioning when they were growing up about who they're supposed to be, what a love is supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, blah, 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 because that's where all the fears come in. And so they're really doing a nice overhaul of cleaning that stuff out. And I just feel they're getting ready because there's excitement there, definitely there. So that's what I feel is coming through, Julia. So there we go. You are very welcome. I like it. All right. So Cynthia Brito, hello, hello. You are up next. So will you have rent paid in June? Will you be okay in this new apartment? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. Nope, none of those. Just that one. What else? Okay. Well, that Hierophant likes to come out here. The Hierophant, in combination with this Ten of Swords, again, the Hierophant is like we've just been talking about. I think, what does it come out 3 times already? But it is the clarity of life, the clarity of what you're wanting. And the Ten of Swords is about letting go of a lot of fears that we have there. And there is this transformation. I feel like, with the storytelling here, the swords are the mind, right? And the mind is where we decide what story do I want to apply to any situation. And then we also decide, of course, what emotion we want to feel and where we're investing our energy. And I feel like this combination of these two is to tell yourself a different story, one that's not consumed with fear. I know it's okay to have concern about, not even concern. It's just like awareness of, okay, how much money do I need to make to have this and that and this and that? And what do I need to cut out until I make more money or whatever? But it's not about fear. It's not like, "Oh my gosh, what if I don't?" And this and that, because we feed that and it grows and we actually attract in things by where we're investing our energy. And I feel like Spirit is saying, just tell yourself a new story, you know, big instead of focusing on fear of not having enough, have gratitude for what you do have and allow it to unfold. Um, and I feel like that's the main thing. They don't It's like they want you to learn through this situation because 'cause they're not telling yes or no. They're, like, saying, "Try this, not focus on fear, but focus on gratitude." And that'll draw in different things, and you'll start to see things change in your life because as you focus on gratitude, it draws in more things to be grateful for, whereas when we focus on our fears, we draw in more things to be afraid of. So they kind of are just saying, for right now, we're not going to answer that. They want you to focus on what the awareness is coming through the situation. So I know. They always tell us what is best for us in the moment, not necessarily what we want to hear. And I know. I did readings for myself way before readings for anyone else. So I know the feeling. So hang in there, Cynthia. Just focus on gratitude, whether it's doing a gratitude journal every morning, every night, in the midday, every hour if you want. Set an alarm on your phone, a vibrating alarm for every waking hour, gratitude. So it'll bring you back to gratitude because we get sucked out into fears. That's what our habit, what we've been trained. So bring us back to gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So that's what they have right now for you, Cynthia. Maybe we'll be able to ask that in a couple days, but focus on the lesson and then they'll give you the answer for other things. So that's what they have. Many blessings for you. Hang in there. You're very welcome, Morg. All right. So, Maju Busal. Hello, hello. So, personality of your future spouse. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And I think I got an email notification on a comment you made on one of the lives that you couldn't find your reading, and then it wasn't there when I went to the reading. Like your comment was gone, so I think you might have deleted it. So hopefully you found it. If not, let me know, and I will find it because I know I definitely did it on that one. And so if you're wanting to hear that message, I'll find it for you. All right. Wow, you got two twos. So you definitely have this, here's the 2 of cups. So here is this beautiful seeing each other here. It's almost like looking in a mirror in a way. So I like that because this message that comes in, this feels familiar. I wonder if this is, um, I don't know if this was yours or if someone else had a similar one, but they're showing me that there are someone who was so much like you in ways like if you like to dress a certain way, they like to dress a certain way. Um, and it'd be like, and not that you're goth, but what they show me is like someone who's goth, with the black lipstick and the black eyeliner and black hair and black clothes and just really, that cool goth look that they also do that way. And you're like, wow, they have the same color hair ish and same color eyes ish. And it's almost like looking in a mirror ish. And that's this compatibility because you both appreciate style, the style of each other. It's like you dress good, and they're like, you do too, because you dress the same, like different, I mean, the different, but the same style, right? And the high priestess also, this shows that the other person is very intuitive. They are okay being alone. They might be a little introverted, like they enjoy alone time. And so they are okay to go out into crowds, but I feel like they really, because they're super intuitive and they pick up on other people's emotions, that they do like their alone time. They do like to recuperate, which doesn't mean without you, of course. But they are like the big groups where they feel like they have to put up filters because they don't want to take on everyone else's emotions and stress and all of that. That I feel like they do like to spend some time alone from the crowds as well. Which means Netflix night, they don't mind cuddling on the couch with you away from the parties. So I feel like they're more doing things with you alone than always wanting to do things with a lot of people all the time. So that's what's coming through. So many, many blessings for you. All right. So the next free reading coming up here is for LA. Hello, LA. And you want to know, is the opposing side okay? Let's take a look here. And I did see a donation just came through, so I will do that next. And let me just refresh these cards real quick. All right. So let's see. Will there be another offer before discovery? I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, this does feel like there will be. Because the 10 of Pentacles, of course, is about abundance happening for you, and the 4 of Pentacles is a very solid foundation in the outside world. So I do feel like there will be another offer that will come through before discovery, like a last chance, you know, kind of offer for settlement. Um, Beforehand. A little better, it feels more stable and more, like, reasonable. But, that's what I feel is coming through, for those 2 cards. So, that's what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. And let me take a look here. Alright, very good. So, thank you so much, Renee, for your donation. So, you see, you have 2 questions here. So, question number 1, let's take a look here and see. All right, that's those. And then number 2 question. Okay, anything else? I feel like isn't there like one more each? Yeah, there we go. All right, so question number 1, these first 2 came out first. So they see you here, and this is, the question number 1. So they see you here again. um 10 of I mean, the wheel of fortune at the 10 of pentacles. I was thinking of the other, the wheel of fortune is number 10, which is about, they just see things as fortunate, as things unfolding. They just really, and the sun is victory. This is all about abundance, and they feel like in the long run that this brings them, victory. It brings them success. It brings them abundance. And so I really like that. And we have the Knight of Swords too, which is the movement of thought and belief and mindset. And again, I feel like this is, the energy towards you is that they see this as, you are someone who can move communication. You're a thinker. You move thoughts. You're able to convince people of new ways of thinking about things too. So feel like they just feel like you are this go-getter. It just comes through each time. They just feel like you are this go-getter, where they um, see that you have such an ability to grow business, to move things, to expand things, to heighten things, to improve things. And so I feel like they see this in you, and this is what they're seeing. And And I feel like it comes through each time that they just have this idea of they see it in you and they know it's there. As long as they, I feel like the only time it changes is when they feel intimidated, where they're like, um, you know, wow, I think we talked about this before because they're bringing it back where I can just feel like they're looking out this window, this big window of their office or whatever, out and they see you doing this stuff and they're like, "Gosh, I've been doing this business for how long?" And they've only been here a short period of time and comparison, and they're just improving things like nobody's business. I kind of feel like you have these ideas that you present, and it can be intimidating a little bit so I kind of feel like that's what's coming through with that. And then question number 2 that you had, so how will they see you? I feel here we've got the 4 of cups, which is this they usually are looking like at 3 cups that they're bored with and this 4th cup that comes in. So I feel like it's this like refreshing feeling like, okay, this is something that I haven't experienced before, and they like that, right? And the Knight of Pentacles, is the slowest moving knight out of them all. Excuse me, but I feel like there's this well, you have the Death and Rebirth card here, which I feel like they've been waiting for something. It's almost like, they've been waiting for someone like you to come along in their life is kind of the storyline that I see in my head. And they're ready for this rebirth. They're ready for this new, abundance, this new stuff to grow out of like their heart instead here. And so I feel like this is what is coming in here. And so I feel like this is the um, energy, how they, see you on there. So it's like this, I've been waiting for you, waiting for someone like you that's so different and so new that it just is like a breath of fresh air. It just feels like a rebirth. Um, you know, it's like when you give up on the dating pool because it's almost like fishing. You keep on pulling out the sucker fish that are the bottom feeders, and you're just like, you keep throwing them back, but that's all you keep getting, and suddenly you have the catch that you've been looking for all along, and they were like giving up and like, okay, one more time, and then ta-da! And that's the kind of energy that's coming through. So that's what they have for you, Renee. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right. So Mahipus Ruby, you are up next for the next free reading. And you want to know, what may your future spouse's zodiac sign be? Let's see what they're willing to uh, share with you here on your scavenger hunt. So let's take a look here. Anything else here? Okay. Yeah. So I wanted just to make sure. And we have Pentacles. So you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So the zodiac sign would be an earth sign coming in here. So, of course, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy coming in. And so they're whittling it down. They're like, that's all we're going to tell you, because they like us to go on this scavenger hunt. It's our higher selves that enjoy the journey, because on the other side, we can just want to know something and we know it. We want to be somewhere, we're there. Here we get to walk and journey and scavenger and search and go on these adventures. We can't have that going to something, finding something out, discovering. We don't get to do that on the other side. It's like we just know, boom. But here we get to discover, we get to unfold, we get that journey and adventure. So that's why they're like, well, we'll whittle it down to at least let you know it's an earth sign. So that's what they have for you, Mahippas Ruby. So many blessings for you. And we'll continue moving down the list. So spiritual gifts diva, you are up next. You want to know, how does Rishi perceive you? Okay. Of course, when we ask how other people perceive us, we do keep in mind that when we recognize greatness in someone, it's because we recognize that same greatness within ourselves. So when we see something in someone else, it's because we're perceiving it within us, whether it is a strength or something that we may not like. It's like it's reminding us of something we don't like in within ourselves. So just be aware of that as we're looking at those things. But they do perceive you here as an important relationship or possibility of important relationship in their life here. And they have the King of Wands, and Wands is the drive, the ambition, the passion, the inspiration. And they do see you as someone that really understands your energy and you can get things done. You're motivated. Um, but I feel like that's how they see themselves too, though. And so they see you as that. They recognize themselves as that, and they like that about you, that you do have this drive, this ability to really know where you want to invest your energy and getting things done in your life too. So I do feel that though they do look at you with that two of cups, which is about significant relationship, friendship, romance, whatever it may be. They do feel this bond with you, for sure. So that's what they have for you, spiritual gifts diva. So many blessings for you. And we have Star Girl coming up here for the next free reading. And you'd like the May monthly for you. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. Wow. Yeah. So you definitely have this month of making choices and having movement for the month of May. The Emperor, this is them, on the throne, um, just making decisions, having heard everyone else's blah, blah, blah opinions. It's like this is a month where you're like, okay, thank you, everybody. You can clear the throne room. I'm making decisions and I'm taking action on it. Chariot card is also the power of choices, which you get to decide what story you apply to everything, what emotional choice you want to make, and what energy you want to invest. And here is the Emperor making the decision, stepping into the choices, taking into consideration all of the wonderful advice that an opinion you've gotten from everyone. But you ultimately are the one that gets to decide because it's your kingdom. You are the emperor of your own empire. Everyone else is the emperor of their own empire. They can go do that. But you are the one that are making the choices and you're stepping into your power in the month of May. So I like that. Decisions are being made. Um, Movement is happening in your life. Choices, choices, choices. And I like it. It's very an empowering month for you. So that is what I feel is coming through for you, Star Girl. So many blessings for you. And Dondera, hello, hello. You'll be up next year. Let me just take a quick sip here. You'd like to know how it's going to be for H to see you tomorrow at the concert. Okay, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know around what H will feel when they see you? Okay. So it appears here with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords that there's this new beginning, that this newness that's happening in their life, new passion, new thinking, new ways of looking at things, new communications. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles, there's just this equal, giving and receiving. I just don't feel like there's um I don't know. It almost feels like they're so distracted with the new stuff that's happened in their life that they just don't. It just feels very balanced, three on each side with the Six of Pentacles. It just feels balanced. It just feels like, oh, okay. And they're just focused on what's happening in the moment and who they're with in the moment and what's going on in their life in the moment. I kind of feel like there's someone that doesn't look backwards, someone that doesn't um, live in the past at all, and not too much in the future either. I feel like they're in who's sitting in front of me now. That's what I'm aware of. When they're gone, psh, I'm just going on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, whatever's happening. I don't feel like they're like so consumed with looking backward or forward. They're just enjoying like what's happening right now. So I kind of feel like that's what the energies are that are coming through for this, and where they're at, Dondera. So I wouldn't take it personally, if you guys were together and it ended, or it never went anywhere, or whatever it was, just know that it happens to everyone around them. Everyone just gets used to being like, out of sight, out of mind. Even family and dear friends and everyone else, they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, how's it going, mom?" I do have a mother. It's almost like that bad, or that extreme. Not bad. Bad is a judgment. It's just that to that extent is how they live their life. It feels. So that's what's coming through, Dondera. So many blessings for you. Enjoy the concert. Live in the moment too. That's what you can learn from them, right? Let me just enjoy what's happening right now. All right. So self love. You are up next. You like a May reading? Let's take a look here and see what we've got coming through here. Well, you definitely have some clarity of thinking here that opens up some great possibilities in May, because you've got the King of Swords who rules over with the Ace of Swords, rules over air, but they're also given a second portion of air. So the King of Swords rules over air. They are the ruler, because they've got the double portion. And that comes great with the Ten of Swords, because you've got all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that have been almost exhausting you, trying to live up to everyone's expectations, everyone's supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and must, and all these that have been poked into your head growing up. And this King of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm and slice away these small T truths. These are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love. And so these are being cut away one by one with your mighty sword there, which offers the freedom and allows new possibilities to come in. Because rather than having like all these rules saying things have to happen in an exact way, in an exact manner, and exact timing, we're opening it more up and allowing, trusting the universe to bring in what is for our highest good, when it's for our highest, in the highest manner possible. And so there's this freedom that opens up with that, because here's the Queen of Wands that comes in, who rules over their energy and their power of choice, where they're focusing their energy in a great way. All the queens are given water, so she rules over fire, but she also gets a second portion of water, which allows her to connect to the capital T truths, to connect to the higher realms, and ask for guidance on which way to go and what to do. So there's this wonderful freeing up of possibilities, opening it up, and then you get this juice that comes in, allows you to apply what comes, and you are able to make decisions and move forward more courageously, with more certainty, because of the relationship that you're building with your spiritual posse and the spirit realm. You question, I'm hitting a wall where I have to go left or right in this maze of life. So you dial up spirit and go, okay, for my highest experience, should I go nick nick or nick nick? And they're like nick nick, and then you go that way, and things just unfold. And people are like, how can you do that? And you're just like, I know people. So I really like that for you, self love. So that's what they have for you right now. May is going to be a pretty uh, wonderful month. I feel it just feels very enlivening. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Stella, you are up next, and you like some angel guidance. Let's take a look here and see what your angels want you to know right now. Oh my goodness. A lot of energy. Let me just grab this card that went flying down over here. I shall return. All right. And let's see what else they have for you here. I have to put up some nets or something. Like they do at the They're showing me like a baseball, batting cages. They have like all those nets that keep the ball from going out and hitting people. Well, you've got both the divine masculine and feminine energies coming in here. I mean, the magician is about stepping forward and do the things that you can do, and the things that you don't have answers to, that you can't make movement toward. Give it over to the divine. Become the chalice. Ask a wish. Ask them to bring in those things for you. Um, and trust that they will, right? So it's like knowing what you can take action toward, and what you can ask and wait for, spirit to bring through for you too. And have the balance, and allow yourself to not feel like you have to do everything on your own, that you're in this co-creative beautiful partnership with the creator and with spirit to bring forth beautiful things into your life. And so you're not in it alone. You have great support around you, and when you feel like, I don't know the answers, I don't know what to do, that's when you, like the high priestess, step back into your high priestess temple. Take a big deep breath, connect to the spirit world, go behind the veil, dive deep into your, unconscious, and the deep emotions, and just feel and hear what they have to say. You step out of the chaos, out of the fears, and connect to the spirit world, and you'll get your answers. And some of them are, we got it, we got your back. And you're like, okay, good, answers will come, or miracles will come, or uh, supplies will come, whatever it is. You'll get that. And then some of it might be like, well, you need to go to the store and get you some poster board, and then write this on it and put it out there. Like, okay, I can go do that. It's a wonderful collaborative effort for your life, and I like that for you, Stella. So that is what they have coming through right now for you. So many, many blessings for you. You're welcome, Dondera in LA. All right. So next up, we have Crow's Nest Jessica. Hello, Jessica. I want to know, how does Chris S feel about you in this moment? All right, on time. All right. Well, good. Glad you can see me live. So let's take a look here. How does Chris S feel about you today? All right. Wow. So there is this, nice, beautiful feeling here. Four of Cups is emotional stability. And normally they have like three cups that they're really bored with, but a beautiful fourth cup being offered to them, which is like a fresh, new type of love that comes in. And the 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment overflowing in their life too. So whatever happened to you, I just feel like there's this, you know, energy that's unfolding here, that they're seeing these possibilities, that they're seeing this, um, and but I feel like they fluctuate. I don't know why. I just feel like when they're not in fear, they connect to the love that's in their heart and they don't fear it. But then something triggers them, and beep, beep, walls go up, and it almost feels like a rubber band, right? Where they're like bing and they're close, and then boom, they're way far away, then bing, they're close, and then way far away. And you're like, oh, I'm getting whiplash. But I feel like they spend more and more time being close than far away, and it's almost like wading into a pool of cooler water. It's like, whoa, you get your feet wet, and then you get up to your ankles, and then up to your knees, and you're just like, whoa, and they're just getting used to the cool water, the different water, more and more. So they just don't want to plunge in. Um, and they're slowly torturing themselves as they do that, because that's what it takes, right? If you go in slow into a cold pool or a cooler pool, you just suffer the entire time, instead of just leaping, and you just get that shock to your heart, and then it's over, right? So that's what I feel is coming through for you, Jessica. So hopefully that resonates, and that's what they have for you right now. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Alexis, you are up next, and you would like to get a reading on your soulmate. So, what would Spirit like you to know about your soulmate right now? All right. Wow. So we've got Aquarian energy here with the star card. So it's possible that it is an Aquarian type energy, or they have a lot of Aquarius in their chart. But it also represents like the wish fulfillment card, the wishing upon a star, and the Ten of Pentacles, abundance, overflowing. You can even see here, it's the family, the dog, the history, the family tree, that there's this extension here. So I feel like they've got strong family ties. They have a strong family foundation, but also abundant in the outside world. They feel very full, very accomplished, very abundant. It almost feels like this wish, this dream come true type of energy that comes in here. So I like that. It's like the spirit is telling you, not to settle. If you're like, I think that's my soulmate, you won't have to. If you think it's your soulmate, then it's not them, because you're going to be like, heck yeah, that's my soulmate. That's the kind of energy that I feel. You'll know it. There's like going to be no guessing around it. You're just going to be like, I cannot help myself. I am drawn to it and drawn to them, and I cannot take my eyes off of them. And and they are the same way. It's just like this, whoosh, like two magnets that are, in the attractive stage. And you just have no doubt who it is. So if you're like, well, that could be them. If it's a could be, then it's not. If you'll know. Like I said, it's going to be that extreme that you'll see that. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Alexis. And the next free reading will be from Mez P. I do have another donation coming in. Thank you so much, Renee, for your second donation. Um, all right, I think I just answered your question. Yeah, I did answer your question before, Alexis Crowsnest, so maybe you missed them. You might rewind. Hopefully, I didn't step off into outer space or something. But I did complete it, so if you wanna rewind, you can, check into that. Alright. It's okay. I was like, I think I did." No, it's not even April 1st. No more April Foolsing me. Okay. So, Renee, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look here and see. So, are they, mad at you? Let's see here. All right. Yeah. So I do see here. Um, I feel like they're kind of like a frying pan. If they, the Page of Wands is like, new I want to say, I don't want to use the word passion. I just feel like heat, like they new heat, they heat up. And the 10 of wands too, it's like flames. What was that? Inside Out, I think it was Inside Out, was that Pixar, I think it was a Pixar one, where it was a, the cartoonish type of movie, where it showed inside of a little girl and she had the different emotions, sorrow, joy, the fiery little one, and the skittish, I think it was a skittish one or something. But the fire one, he was like this little red thing, and as soon as something triggered it, it would go from 0 to 1,000, just flames out of their head, and then that's why I feel like they are. I don't feel like they are, I feel like if they you felt like they got upset, it would be momentarily, because then they leave behind the emotions that no longer serve them and go into happy, happy, joy, joy again. That's what I feel like. They'll go from, you know, 0 or like, 70 degrees to 150 degrees, back to 70 to, degrees and moments. So, they just kind of have this fiery personality that they don't hold grudges. They heat up fast, they cool off fast. Whereas I feel like, more like, their spouse is probably someone like a slow cooker. Takes them a long time to heat up and a long time to cool down, but not like a frying pan that just psh, 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 psh. So I don't feel like they have, like they're mad at you. They might have been mad at you for 10 seconds, and then they cooled off and they realized, like you said, it wasn't your fault. But that's what I feel is coming through, for that question, Renee. So thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. All right, Ms. P, you are up next. So hello, hello. Will you get your claim through on damages? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know around this claim for damages. All right. So I feel like that you will, but the Five of Wands shows like this energy of conflict that starts off, and with the Devil card, which is the shaking and the rattling of expectations, of thoughts, and all of that. But we have the World card, which is a victory card. It's the ending of old cycles, new beginnings, and so, the claim is settled. I just feel like in the beginning there's some, going back and forth where they might ask you some questions and, clarify some things, and I just would be very careful with what you feel that they're saying, what they feel is coming through, um, because you might feel like they're accusing you of something like, "Well, that's not normally worth that much," and you're like, the tone or something just triggers you, and "What do you mean? You think I'm lying? Blah, blah, blah," you're gonna get more out of it with honey than, you know, um, I was gonna say than poo poo caca, right? But I don't think that's the way the thing is said. You catch more bees with honey than you do, um, with other stuff. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Be kind, and just ask for clarification. Don't jump to conclusions. That will help avoid any conflict and help things resolve sooner. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of questions and a lot of, contact back and forth that can feel like almost like, oh my God. But I feel in the end it's worth it. So just go with the flow and, answer the questions. Try not to take offense by the questions they ask. They're just doing their job, and just understand that. And things will go smoothly. So I do feel a positive outcome for that. So that's what they have for you, Ms. P. So many blessings for you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. We are to Janice Kath. Thank you so much for liking and a thumbs up, and that's a great reminder too, just to everyone. Thank you so much for all of you that have given the video a thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and it does help YouTube want to send videos out to others. So thank you for being part of the love tsunami. I appreciate that, guys. All right, Janice. So why does JC? Why don't they make any other moves towards you? All right, let's see what's going on with JC. Well, I feel like they're just uncertain about things here. With the Two of Wands, that's like almost like being in a path. They're not sure which direction they want to go. I feel like there's some opportunities that are being put before them here, and they're not sure. The Three of Wands is like going a different direction in their life. And I almost feel like there's some possibilities that they might move, they might go somewhere else, um, just different things opening before them, that they're not making any other moves because they don't want to. It's like they want to respect. They don't want to be like, well, I might be moving, but at least I can get close to them and really hurt their feelings as when I leave. you know, they would much rather be like, well, let me just kind of keep things where they're at right now because I'm not sure what my future is. I might be moving away, like a great distance away, or going somewhere else. And so they're, wanting to respect that. So I feel like that's what's coming in with these cards here. There's just a lot of super uncertainty, and they don't want to do that to someone. I feel like they've had that done to them, where they don't want to do that to someone else. And so, again, there's just this word respect. They're respecting you and your feelings through that. So that is what is coming through for you, Janice. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right, and we'll continue moving down the list. And so, Jasmine, you are up next. You'd like a general. So let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know right now. All right. You do have this new opportunity that's coming up here for you. And I feel like it's really spawned here, like this new energy, this new excitement, this new passion that makes itself known to you and expressed from your heart. And I feel like it has to do here with the strength card, this being your human self and this being your higher self. And what these represent here are you know, the lion, the human self, they how they look. I'm so sad because they tried looking outside of themselves for feeling fulfilled. And they just feel like so disappointed, and like nothing is filling up their stomach, and nothing is taking away their thirst. And so they finally are turning inward and upward to their higher self, and they are giving them what they need. They're holding on to them, giving them the unconditional love that they've been looking for. So I feel like you're at this place of enough disappointment in the outside world that you're turning inward to your higher self, to your heart, to this love that you're finding inside. And this does expand and bring in this new spiritual energy, this new passion for life. Because where the lion here feels like everything in the outside world was falling short and disappointing, once they find and are filled up with their higher self, then the outside world takes on a whole new energy of being extra and above and beyond. So we move from this place of feeling the outside world is very lacking to where it's overflowing, it's abundance, it's the extra above and beyond on top. And so I like this for you. In the beginning, I know it feels that when we are so disappointed in the outside world because we were promised that all of these things, relationships, situations like jobs and education and our bodies and possessions and money, that was going to supposed to make us feel whole and full and complete. But it's like American Chinese food. You eat it and you're hungry an hour later. And you're just like, what's going on? I never full. And then it makes you thirsty, right? And then you turn inward and you find this beautiful love and you're like, ah, and then all of life feels overflowing. So that's what I feel is coming in for you right now, Jasmine. So many blessings to you. Hey, Jennifer Simpson. Looks like you have a question, a couple down below. So I will be to you in just a moment. And the next free reading coming up is Princess Pinky. All right, Princess Pinky, hello, hello. And you want to know the strength and weakness of your Aquarius. I don't think they have any weaknesses. I'm an Aquarius. That's why I said that, everyone. All right. So for this specific Aquarius, we'll do one card for a strength and one card for something that they are working on that can, uh, it's like the transformative little work that they're doing on themselves. So their strength, which being an air sign here is swords, which is air, they're very aware of what their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets had kept them feeling restricted and trapped and blinded and bound in the past. So they really understand the fears. They've really worked through a lot of their fears and very Aquarian energy where they realize that the old ways of thinking, the old restrictive ways don't fit anymore. And so they've done a lot of cutting away and releasing of a lot of thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve them. So they're really, modern in their thinking and forward thinking. So that is definitely a strength coming in here. Wow. And then the Eight of Cups. So their strength and then their thing they're working on is the releasing of old emotion that no longer serves them. Because, they're air signs, so they're very quick and able and talented at dealing with thoughts and beliefs, but emotions, those are second nature, not I guess second nature is not the word for it. It's like secondary to their skill. So they're good at, doing this and they're learning to be good at this, letting go of emotions that no longer serve them. So they're good about I'm changing my way of thinking, but there's some old emotions bubbling down here that they're learning to also chunk those as well. So that is what I feel is coming through for you, Princess Pinky. So many blessings for you. And Ms. Dra, you are up next. And you want to know anything about your future spouse. So as we continue on the scavenger hunt, let's take a look here and see what spirit would like you to know about your future spouse. Anything else? All right. Wow, two major arcana. And you've got the Fool card, which is someone that is really just wanting to be free from a lot of expectations and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. They like going on an adventure. Feels very fire sign type of energy, like an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, because they have very childlike uh, awe of life where they want to expand and explore. They don't want to be bound down by a bunch of rules and, no, 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 you have to stay on the path and no going off into the forest. They're like, I'm going to go out there. And so there is this, beautiful, adventurous, childlike awe of life that comes in here. And the power of choice. They really step into here knowing here that they're not afraid for movement. They're not afraid to make decisions because they realize that they're the ones that hold the power. They've really learned that no matter what comes their way, they're the ones that get to decide what story they put to whatever's happening in their life, what emotion they want to feel as they go through it, and where they invest their energy. What do they want to expand? They're the ones that get to decide that. So they're not really, that's why that Full card is so perfect for them because they're just like, I'm going to go on an adventure. They're like, what if you fail? They're like, oh, there is no failure. There's only realizing what path brought what. And if I don't want that, I just don't go down that path anymore. Just a very brave, open, excitement, adventurous type of personality. So that is what I feel is coming through right now, Ms. Draw. So many blessings for you. And Jennifer Simpson, you are the next one coming up here. And you want to know, will you manifest the rental before May 15th? All right, let's take a look here and see if it is going to be before May 15th. Sorry, a bunch of cards slipped out here. Let me just refresh these. All right. So will the rental be manifested before May 15th for Miss Jennifer? All right. Well, it does appear here. I mean, you got the 10 of Pentacles, which is very fortunate and abundance coming in the outside world. You have the Emperor, which is new passion, new things coming in. and big decisions that are made, and also the Page of Swords, which is new communication coming in. So with a combination of all these all lean toward the yes, that you do have that coming in here. I just feel like there is maybe some expectations that get adjusted a little bit, and some standing up for your decisions as well, that comes in there. Other people's opinions about, well, it's supposed to be this and that and this and that and that. But I feel like with the combination of these two, that you're like, well, no, that's okay. I don't need that. Everyone's like, oh, well, it should have this, and you're like, but the deal goes through if you require this thing, or like, don't give up, don't back down from this one thing, and you're like, I could care less if it has that or not. But other people are telling you it matters. Follow your heart, follow what you want, be the emperor and go, you know what, I'm making the decision, this is my rental, this is what I want to do, so I don't care. That's fine, that kind of thing. So that's what I feel is coming through, Jennifer. So many blessings for you. And Eliza, you are up next. And so you're asking, may you know who will come towards you. See, may you know who will come towards you to be your partner. Any signs or description? Okay, sure, Eliza. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know? Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. So, first of all, with the Empress here, this is someone new that you have not met before. So, it's definitely someone coming in, brand spanking new. Um, you know, it's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So, it's someone who's very nurturing, that has a huge heart, um, that takes care of themselves, but they also love helping other people. And I like that. I mean, you've got the Lover's card here and you've got the Ten of Cups. I mean, it's someone that sees you as someone so important in their life. It is this, here's the Bluebird of Happiness and the Ten of Cups, someone that sees you in this way too, that it'd be you happily ever after, that you just have this emotional fulfillment, that comes in here. So there definitely is, this promise here of, like, there is something so much better that's coming your way with the Empress card here. It's something brand new, it's a harvest. It's feels like fruition and overflowingness, but it feels so free too, because the Empress is something that's not so restrictive as the Emperor and the Hierophant that come after them. Because the Empress is nature. She's like, there's, rules of nature, but there's not all these rules that when you hit the city or society, all these, right? Or the Hierophant is when you hit organized religion and they have all these rules and everything. The Empress is so free and overflowing and open, and just it's flowing and it's sensual. So I really like that for you. I just feel like they're saying that, um there is, it's so free, it's so new, but they feel the exact same way, that this beautiful overflowingness. And I just feel like you will feel like you've known them, before, though you haven't. It's just going to be such a beautiful connection that comes in. I just feel like it feels that way. So, soon, soon. So, that's what they have for you right now, Eliza. So many blessings for you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Nuza Miranda, hello, hello. And you want to know what is coming for you in the next weeks? So, let's take a look here. What is coming for you in the next weeks? What is coming for Nuza? All right. All right, and that one. All righty. All right. So in the next weeks here, we do have, with the Seven of Swords, some sorting out of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your attitudes towards relationship. The Seven of Swords represents our own thoughts, our own beliefs that may have deceived us or like thieved from us. They've stolen opportunities of love in the past, is how it feels, right? Because the Four of Wands is, it's almost looks like a wedding cake, right? It is the wedding type of energy, and it's balanced energy too. But I just feel like with the combination here, you are rethinking and looking at your fears, the small t truths, these fears that have stolen from you in the past, these thoughts and beliefs around your worth, around how things are supposed to unfold, need to unfold, have to unfold, and those things have kept you from being able to move forward in this. But this is the time you are revealing these to yourself, letting them go, which moves you more towards this. So I feel like the next weeks here, are you really looking at what is it that you feel, surrounds who are you supposed to be in marriage, and how is a marriage supposed to unfold, and all that kind of stuff? Because what happens is we've got this idea of all the stuff that has to happen for relationships, and it becomes a very thin, small line that this you were telling creator and spirit world. This is who and how and when and blah 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 blah. Well, when that happens, what unfolds is um uh clutter. It clogs spirit because we're not allowing them the leeway of all this other stuff out here. This is on back order for 1,000 years, right? And if we let expectations go and fears and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, it really clears open, allowing us to build this trust with creator and spirit that you're going to bring me love in the right time, in the right way, with the right person. And it allows this openness to happen. So I feel like that is what is coming through right now for you, Nusa. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Much love to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So we've already done that one. Right, very good. All right. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not skipping anyone. Right. Very good. Very good. All right. We are down till Elpedia. Hello. Hi. I like your hi. So you want to know the current energies of your ex work colleague towards you. Her name is Jessie. And okay, very good. Let's take a look here and see what they see here. Well, it does appear here with the Six of Swords that it's the changing of thought and belief and mindset. It's like their thoughts and the energies they have around you are switching and changing. They're going from like rough waters to calmer waters. So I feel like their perspective of you is changing. And I feel like with the Four of Pentacles coming in, they're seeing things in a more solid way. Now, keep in mind that when we look at what are the energies of someone towards me, it all has to do with what's going on with them. One moment it can be great and they think I'm really good, and then they can stub their toe and they hate me. And then they have some bad food and they really hate me. And then they have some ice cream, makes them feel better, and they love me again. Everyone's opinion and viewpoints of everything on the outside world changes by how we feel on the inside, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. And when we look at a person, we're looking in a mirror. And so if I see a monkey, it's because I'm a monkey. And like, why am I seeing so many monkeys? Well, because I'm a monkey and I'm looking, and that's what I'm recognizing in everyone. Where someone else can look at you and they see a lion because they are a lion. Someone else is a camel, they see a camel. So, when we're looking at what are other people's energy toward me, what are they thinking of me, blah, 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 has so much to do with what's going on inside of them. And that's what I feel. I mean, they've got these changing of thoughts, this change here, rough waters to calmer waters, but you never know. They might go back to rough waters. But right now, there's this solid foundation, the Four of Pentacles. Four is a very solid number, being like a dining room table or a kitchen table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation, and so they're seeing you more solidly in the outside world with this change, but who knows how long that will last, right? So that's the kind of feel that's coming in here, and I just feel like um spirit's really, really wanting you to kind of flip your question around. And what are your current energies towards your work colleague? And what does that reflect about what's going on? Because that's the mirror of you, right? So when you look at them and what do you feel, what's going on, allow that to reflect upon you what you're wanting to see about yourself. I kind of feel like that's what spirit is wanting for you in this moment. So that's what they have for you, Pedia. Any blessings to you? All right, Manju. Hello, hello. You are up next. So who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? Well, whoever it is, you are going to feel like it's fortunate for you. The wheel of fortune, everything that happens in life does happen for us, but sometimes our human doesn't agree. It's like, how is that fortunate for me? But when the wheel of fortune comes up, which I say is the tune of for you, the fortune, this means even your human feels like it is beneficial for you, this change that's coming, this person that is coming towards you. And it is a page of wands individual. So it is, I feel like a younger fire sign type of individual. So it's a more younger individual, not like a child or anything like that. Just I feel like they're younger than you, but they're full of fire. They're full of energy. They really are on fire for life, really an adventure, really wanting to experience things. They just have this excitement. Same as like a fire sign. They have that childlike awe and adventure feel. Peter Pan. This beautiful. Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, where they just have this awe about life and again adventure journey. So I feel like this is who's coming towards you right now. So there could be some passionate advances towards you, but you get to do with that with what you want, right? It's not emotion like I'm in love with you and I want to be with you. They're like, hi, you're hot. I'm attracted to you. That's the kind of energy. And you're just like, go cool off, boy or girl or whatever, you know. So I like it. That's what they have for you right now, Manju. So many blessings for you. All right, Butterfly A, you are up next. So, Butterfly A, you want to know if you write to Marcus, what would it lead to? Uh-oh, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know here? So we do have here the Ace of Wands, which is it Ace of Wands, not Ace of Swords, 10 of Wands. I thought it was Ace of Swords because it's the mind. So this is new communication. This is new interaction. It would initiate new, um, you know, communication coming in between the both of you. But the 10 of Wands, it feels like it would become a burden, you know. Yeah, you have here, you see the poor person here, these all of this piled upon their back, and it just feels burdensome and overwhelming, for it here. I just don't feel like it would if you wrote to them, you would get communication back, but then I just feel, again, it just feels heavy. It just feels like, ugh, it's not what you expect. It just feels like you have to invest so much energy to get so little back. So, what they're showing me in my head is like, have you ever written like a text or an email or something that's just like so well thought out? You put a lot of effort into it and you have all this and you ask like three questions and you get a response back with one answer and it's not really answering any of your questions and you're like, I spent so much time pouring myself into this and that's what I get back. That's what I kind of feel. So that's what's coming through butterfly A. So do with that what you will. You're like, I've got extra time and energy. Why not? But that's totally up to you. So at least you know what you're getting yourself into. So many blessings to you and hang in there. All right. So, Shiv Shakti, hello. I see you have a question a couple down from here, so I'll be to you in a moment. Latoya Bryant, hello. So, you and Charles the Taurus are arguing a lot, and you want to know how he feels. You told him you'll give him some space. All right, let's take a look here. Let me just shuffle these real quick here to refresh them. Charles the Taurus. Let's take a look here. So, how does he feel? You gave because you gave him some space. So, how does he feel right now? So, we've got this Aries new beginning energy, feeling in control, making their own decisions. We've got the Page of Cups, new love, newness that comes in here. Latoya, really, I feel like you're giving them some space and you're arguing a lot, but I just feel like they're making these decisions for newness. And I feel like they have their eyes outward towards new love, not towards, going backwards. Even though they're a Taurus, they're ruled by Venus, which so love and relationship and stuff. I just feel like they've got a lot of fire in them for some reason. Maybe they got a lot of fire in their chart or, but or they were raised this way where this is where all this firing arguing is coming from because they heat up fast, they get defensive, they go into fear, and I feel like they run more than they um it's like a hissing cat, right? When we go into fear, we hiss and attack and run away. I feel like they hiss and attack and run away, and I just feel like that they just like you're tired of arguing a lot and tired of all this, and you're like, let me give you some space. But I feel like the space feels right, right? The distance feels right, that you're just like, you know what, there's too much fire, too much fear, too much conflict, and I just feel like they're looking for newness, um with everything. So I feel like they fear rejection, and though you want to give them some space, I feel like they fear that this is the step toward you cutting them completely off, and I feel like they are already looking to escape before it's cut off, right? It's like they don't want to be on a sinking ship. They are trying to jump ship before they're on the sinking ship, is the feel that I feel coming through. So that's what's coming through, Latoya. So hang in there, or you might be like, "Woohoo! I'm ready to go." Whatever you relate with. Many much love to you, or many celebrations for you. But I feel like you are you're a lover too. You like loving people, so I get it. So hang in there, and many blessings. All right, lovey, you are up. Hello, dude. It's dude in Zen mode. You are so funny, Lovey. All right. So what's the reading on Mark? Is there a possibility of a relationship with him? So let's take a look here. So that's Mark and possibility of a relationship. So Mark feels like, with the 4 of Cups, it's emotional stability, which we like emotionally stable people, right? But they're also like they're bored with the love that they've had before and the new love that's coming in. They're looking for something different. They're just tired of the same old, type of person that they've always ended up with before. But they've done what they've always did, and they've gotten what they have always gotten. And I don't feel like they've done a whole lot differently, quite honestly, Lovey. I feel like they are um so they're emotionally stable, but they're insane, because that's what the definition of insanity is, right? Repeating, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And I feel like they're at this point where they're starting to realize, like, wait a minute, if all of these turned out the same way and I'm the consistent thing in each of the situations, maybe it is me. Maybe it is my thinking, the way I'm approaching things. So I feel like they're doing a little bit of contemplation around their emotions. But if they don't do things differently, they're gonna keep getting the same type of relationships that they've gotten before. There is a possibility, but, with the moon card here, there is so much below the surface here. Here's the octopus that it's like, this is below the surface that is what they really need to look at, or it's gonna end up the same scary story that it always had before. So, that's what I feel is coming through right now, Lovey. So, I know. You ready for a scary movie? Grab some popcorn, enjoy the journey. But at least you know. But that's what they have, Lovey. So many blessings to you. Thanks for your sense of humor. All right, Shiv Shakti, we are up to you. You want to know who is the better person to build a future family with? Shakrik or Sashin? Sashin? Well, number one or number two, because I'm going to murder their names and I do apologize. So we're going to say which of the two people is for your highest experience and your highest happiness in your life. So we'll pull energies for both and see what each of them bring you. And you can see which one you feel resonates with how you want to feel, right? So, sorry, I was reading Lovey Lovey. So, number one, you're so funny. Um, so, number one with Shah Rukh, I probably, who I'm talking about. A lot of expectations, I just feel like they have so many thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what a family life and everything should be. It just feels overwhelming and exhausting trying to live up to all the expectations that they have in their life. They just have so many rules that have been poured into their head over time. I just feel like it's like very lot of high bar on how everything has to be. And eventually it becomes exhausting trying to please them because it's just almost impossible, right? Number two, Sashin, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands shows, Wands is drive, ambition, passion, inspiration. The nine is a kind of a hermit's journey, card, which you find your power within this relationship. And it allows you to move beyond barriers to stand in your power. So, um, I feel like, out of the two here, number two, Sashin, feels like that they would allow you to grow and allow you to blossom and allow you to express yourself. Where this one, the first one almost feels like a cage, So that's the kind of energy that I feel coming through with those two cards there, Shiv Shakti. So many blessings to you. All right. And so let me just see here. Lovely, lovey. Does not sound too promising to be canoodling with a man. Well, if you want long term, yeah, but if you want like excitement as you run from them, you know, yeah, I hear you. Not until they get some stuff done, probably. Get some heart stuff changed, some beliefs changed. Yeah. Ah, very good, butterfly. Mm, yeah. I think I skipped that. Next, I hear you. I hear you. All right, butterfly. All right, Kavita, we are up to you. So you'd like a general reading for the May month? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. For the month of May for Kavita. All right. We do have this movement of energy that's coming in here. And I mean, you've got the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought. You have the World card, which is ending of old ways of doing things and new beginnings coming in. It's like you're letting a lot of something go in your life in May, and you're headed off into a new world. I mean, you've got the Star card here, and I feel like all of this has to do with changing of your mindset around what wish fulfillment means, what life means. It just feels like the if someone like asks you a month ago, "What's your wish?" You'd be like, "It's blah 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 blah," because it's been what's been given to you all your life. Someone else has handed you like, this is what a dream come true is, and so like, yes, this is a dream come true. It's like we're brainwashed, right? But now I feel like stuff is switching. You're having this change of mindset. You're having this change of how you're looking at things. So this change is happening. You're just having this movement of your energy, of your mind and your emotions, and you're headed off into this new direction in your life. And so your whole definition of what a dream come true is, I feel, is changing because you're really getting in tune with your higher heart and determining what it is that you want, not what you've been told you're supposed to want. So I feel like May is this flowering, changing time in your life where you're realizing, yeah, all this stuff I've been thinking I've wanted isn't what I wanted, it's what people wanted for me. But I don't want that. I want this and this and this. And I feel like this is this change, like your world is going through a significant change. For the positive, though, it feels freeing for you. So I like that for you, Kavita. That's what's coming through for you right now. All right. So, Misty Blue, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Rosalind Pena, for your donation. And you want to know, will John and you reconcile? Does he still love you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, just want to clarify one thing real quick here. All right. Well, when we're looking at this, and I wanted to ask because I wanted to find out first, does he still love you? What's going on? What are their feelings for you? They have the Four of Cups and we have the Four of Pentacles, which both of these are like a solid foundation in the outside world, emotional stability. But I feel like with these coming in here, they almost feel like, I don't want to say stagnancy, but it just feels like I almost picture in my head like a flatlined heart monitor where they're just kind of like numb. Numb is the word I'm looking for. It's like, yeah. But I don't feel like it's just about you though, because I feel like the Nine of Swords here is the Nightmare and Insomnia card, which is all of our fears, our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets that are rooted in fears of losing conditional love. And the Five of Wands here represents this conflict of their energy on the inside. And I just feel like there's this inner conflict that's been happening around their fears that go beyond love and into all of life. I almost feel like they're on this verge of a um what is it, a midlife crisis where they just have felt so confined for so long. This is what I feel here. They just feel so confined for so long in their mind and their life, long before they met you. You know, it just, they have these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are fed to them around relationship and love and blah, 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 but also around work and education and body and possessions and homes and money and blah 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 blah. It's like so much that they just felt like they were imprisoned, and I just feel like they're trying to break out of this. And I feel like this is why they, this separation happened. It's they're trying to get away from everything, not, I want to get away from you. They're just like they're trying to get out of their mind and away from their mind, and it's just not going anywhere, because wherever they go, there they are until they really look inside themselves. They're not having this, and I feel like this place that they're in with their life right now. When I asked you if you'll reconcile, it almost feels like right now, I mean, we've got the King of Wands, which rules over fire but also has air. We have the Queen of Swords, who rules over air but also has water. And I feel like there's some commonality between you, but almost in their mind they almost feel like we're from different worlds, because this is the mindset that they have. Like they're just like, no one can understand me. I feel like they have so much passion and I want to say anger inside from their life growing up, that they just feel so angry at the world. So I don't feel like right now, I don't see, unless they do some inner work, that they can reconcile. you know I just feel like they're in this kind of spiral, out of control spiral of fear and anger and emotion and thoughts and wanting to be free, that they just want to be free from everything. And it's not personal, it's just all of the stuff that they've had throughout their life that's bubbling up. They have nowhere more room to stuff things. It's demanding that they look at it, and this is why they've like got away, because they don't want to hurt people. And I feel like their anger just wanted to be expressed, and they just don't want to hurt anyone, physically and emotionally or mentally or whatever. They just want to get away and get better and be free, so that they can be themselves instead of what they feel everyone has demanded them to be growing up in their life. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that helps. I don't know, does he still love you? I feel like I said, I feel he's numb. I just feel like he had to shut down his heart because it hurts too much. So that's what I feel is going on. All right, very good. So hang in there. I almost feel like it's okay. It's okay to let him go. He's on his journey. He brought and you showed him what he needed to see, and he's shown you what you needed to see. So I feel like it's been more of a stepping stone towards someone who is more aligns with who you are and who you want in your life. It's like you before you came down here, you both agreed we would be stepping stones in our lives, but not permanent with each other. And so you have permission to move forward if you feel you want to. So that's what's coming through, Rosalind. So again, thank you so much for your donation and hang in there. I know those are rough, but at least you know it's not you, right? It's right. So hang in there. All right, Misty Blue, you are up next. So will your financial troubles ease up soon? You go out of town for cancer treatment often. All right, let's take a look here, Misty. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, it looks like here you're going to be having a fork in the road coming up here, because you've got the Two of Swords, which is about two ways of thinking. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is two ways of going in your life too, and you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords, master of communication, a master of the air, because not only do they rule over air, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, so they rule air and communication and thinking and thoughts that are coming in here. And I feel like you are going to be having some opportunities that come up that allow you to make some decisions. And the king of swords, very smart, very intelligent, very cerebral. But the Two of Swords kind of says that's all good and everything, but it's like close your eyes and open your heart when you make decisions coming up, because the financial situation does have the opportunity here to go in a, you know, in a upward solution for you, but it's not about doing what's I say what's intelligent. Don't do what's intelligent. No, don't allow your brain to have it completely. Allow your heart to guide you, your intuition as well, because it's going to allow you to go, you know what? I know this doesn't make sense, but I'm going to look into this. And boom, there's a grant or there's assistance. There's something that's available that helps your situation. You know, if there's some sort of foundation or some sort of government assistance or multiple different things, follow your heart. And your mind will help you organize it, but let your heart lead the way, and have it where both of them have an equal seat at the decision making. Because I feel like with all of that, there is some opportunities for you. So if you follow your heart, you will find some financial solutions there. So that is what they have for you. And we're sending you lots of love for your treatment. May it just be amplified in helping your body fight against that which does not belong in there anymore. So much love to you, Misty Blue. You hang in there. Right, Crow's Nest. We had done that. Hey, good evening, Pambi's Tarot. Good to see you. All right, RK, you sure can ask. So you can. You're such a triple water sign. Very good. um, Yeah, RK, all you have to do is ask your question, and then we get to those in order. So you can definitely do that. Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So what can you do to open up your heart chakra? Because it feels like it is blocked. All right, let's take a look here. Heart chakra. Okay, and that one. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we've got the Six of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. So of course, here's the heart chakra, like wide open, connecting to the love from up above, you know, filling up like a chalice and allowing it to overflow, right? I feel like something that you can do to help open your heart chakra is, of course, connecting to spirit and realizing with the Six of Wands that they recognize you, that they are always around you, they never leave you. You're constantly surrounded by this unconditional love. Something that they're bringing to me is try to get to know specifically who your spirit guides are. How many are there? Um, what kind of energy do they have? Like, just allow them to introduce themselves to you. If you don't know who they are already, you know, think of like, you know, if you get into a calm state and meditation and just go, okay, how many are there of you that are, I mean, we have tons that come in and out and all this, but what is the core that are with you all the time? Start with them because you're going to have a certain amount that are with you every lifetime and that they are committed to being your support through at least this lifetime, but usually multiple lifetimes. And you can see who they are and where do they come from? What do they look like? How do they present themselves? Is it that they present themselves as some sort of human or an animal or a unicorn or a dragon or, you know, what is it? Because I feel like there's this drawing. They recognize you. They're saying that we see you, we're around you, we're always seeing everything that you're doing. We're proud of you. Um, but I feel like you feel alone and they want you to realize you're not alone and that you can turn inward and upward and they will fill that cup. You know, you become a chalice and they fill you. But recognizing each of your guides really helps you connect. And it's not just a you and them, but it becomes a we. And I really like that for you. So something, if that resonates, try that because that's really coming in. And I feel that really grounds your heart chakra and opens it up for you too. So that's what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. All right, Michelle Wainwright. You can sure ask a question. All you have to do is pop your question, and we do ask those. All right, so Cheery, you are up next. So angel guidance for Cheery. Let's see what they have for you here. What do the angels want you to know? All right, got some change in happen here, Cheery. So your angel guidance is, the Tower card represents when things are removed out of our life. And I feel like they're having you really look at this situations of the past and things that have happened, that you can see that when things are removed, they are removed for us. It doesn't happen to us, it happens for us to make space for new things to come in, that are more in alignment with your path, and to clear the path so that you can move forward. And I feel like with this Page of Swords, there is this communication coming in, but there's also this change of how you approach the stories that you put to things that have been, you know, yanked out of my life and left me this way. And it's like really looking back, going, okay, the things that I felt were so destructive in my life, where I felt something was happening to me, how can I reapproach that and ask, because whatever happens on our life, we've asked for, right? we hate to admit it in the beginning, but when we realize it, it's very powerful, because then I ask myself, why did I want this to happen for me? What did I learn from it? What did I glean from it? And that comes through there as well. So that's what the angels have for you right now, Cheery. A nice little homework assignment. Yay. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And Rosalind, I think we did your love reading, I think there. Ishika Asawa, you are up next. So can we look into what are Sanat's feelings towards you, and will he take any action? Let's take a look here and see. All right. All right. Well, we do have here, what are their feelings towards you? They have the Justice card here, which is, I think, it's like this is more thoughts than it is feelings. And so I feel like they're kind of air signy type of intellectual type, where you more ask them, instead of like, how do you feel about me? And they're like, feelings, what? Does not compute, does not compute. But you ask, "What do you think about me?" "Oh, okay, blah, 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 blah." I feel like they are trying to figure out what they think about you. They're balancing things out, and they're balancing things out by seeing things from a higher perspective, trying to separate their fears they have around, what they feel around people and what actions they take. So I feel like they're working this out. And will they take action? We have the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving horse out of them all. So I feel like once he gets things figured out up here, that then he allows himself to take actions. It's almost like the heart is kept in a little dog kennel during the day, and it's trying to figure things out. And then once he figures it out, he lets the heart loose on a leash, So I feel like they're very controlling of their emotions, and that's how they look at that. So that's what they have for you right now. You are very welcome. All right, very good. All right, so creative arts, an energy update on you and your love interest, Jay. All right, let's take a look here. Let me refresh these here. All right, creative arts. So energy update on you and your love interest, Jay. Okay. All right. Well, we've got the King of Cups coming in here, which is what came out first. And there is this balancing here of heart and mind because the King of Cups rolls over emotion, but all the kings are given air as well, which is of the mind. So, I just feel like there's this balancing that's coming into play here. You got the Chariot, which is movement card, coming in here, but this is the power of choice. And again, I feel like that with this, there's movement of choice, but I almost feel the movement is going tick, tick, back, mind, heart, mind, heart. And it's like the usually this is faster moving, but the snail is really sticking out here where I feel like does it feel like it's taking forever for them to decide what they want, you know? And the moon does represent the subconscious, the unconscious, the hidden, the unknown. And I just feel like they want to get to know you better. And I feel like there's things that you need to know because look at the stuff here. The little octopus is what's down below the surface here. The mind stuff that I feel is coming in. There's what's below the surface? What's really going on in there? And this just feels very teetering and slow and mysterious. And and how frustrating that must feel, you know? That's what I feel like they're going, I know it's frustrating, but things go slow and things are unknown and things are kept, foggy at different times in a relationship on purpose, right? And a big thing that when it spawns on, the dark waters of the moon unconsciousness and what's going on in there, it brings up fears. It allows us to face our fears, but it also gives us this time, the slowness gives us time to raise the vibration of our heart and from the lower vibration, which is rooted in fear, and we're drawing in fearful things, right? And things that match that lower vibration, doing what we've always done, getting what we always have gotten. And it allows us this time, it like stops things and slows it into slow motion so things don't come quickly. But as we focus in on our that higher love and raising our self-love by turning inward and upward, connecting to the spirit world, it also opens up our heart pipeline to the outside world. Because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent that we love ourselves. So if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to pour out, it's going to trickle out. No matter how much love that they want to send to me, it's going to trickle in. So the more I open up my self love and do that and raise my love vibration, the bigger that pipeline gets and allows this beautiful flow of love to the human world too. So I feel like this is what the energy update right now is going on here with a love interest. And it's like, it's time for you. Focus on your self love and know that things are teetering, things are working out, and things are going slow on purpose for a purpose. So I know that's what they have for you, creative arts. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All righty. And so we are down to Hottie Girl. And they want to know, what do your coworkers think of your relationship with Josh, who is also a coworker? Hottie Girl, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. Of course, it's going to vary from person to person because everyone, sees you as through their own eyes, and you're a mirror. So they're always going to see what is inside of them, right? Because we've got the page of wands. So some people feel like, oh, well, you have two really these energies. So you have two people, the page of wands and the ace of wands. Both of this is, oh, look, new passion. They're attracted to each other. And I feel like they feel like it's more um passion than it is like attraction, physical attraction, and um, you know, sex, sex, sex. That's all. Oh, they're just these people. These individuals. They just want all of that stuff. And that's because maybe they're not having any passion in their lives. And so they look at it that way, like, oh, can't believe it, you know. But I don't feel like it doesn't feel extreme, like they have hatred or anything like that. I just feel like they think, oh wow, look at they have the hots for one another. I think that's just the mentality that they have. And then other people, you've got the four of wands, which is peace of mind. And other people are all like, yeah, okay, yeah, so it doesn't bother me, doesn't hurt me, doesn't have anything to do with me. A lot of that. And that's the whole thing is when we wonder what other people think of us, um, it varies person to person to person. As we say on the channel, when a monkey looks in the mirror, it sees a monkey. When a lion looks in the mirror, it sees a lion. When a raven looks in a mirror, it sees a raven. When a vampire looks in the mirror, it doesn't say anything because vampires don't have a reflection. So there's all this, you know, uh, the big thing that you can learn from that spirit usually switches it around is asking, what do you think of your coworkers? Because what do you see when you look in the mirrors of these coworkers that you're concerned about? Because that tells you a lot about you. What are you seeing about yourself and others? Because that's what people see when they see you. If they see this amazingness, it's because they recognize the amazingness inside of them. If they see something they don't like, it's because something is triggering in themselves that they don't like about themselves either. So that is what they have for you, Hottie Girl. So hopefully that helps, but many blessings to you. All right. So Glass, you are up. So how does E truly feel about you? Is it pure? Let's take a look here. Oh, so you got the Lover's card and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets. You know, this is a lot of thinking. They have a lot of thoughts around you, and here's this beautiful feelings. I mean, I just feel like this is pure here. Just the combination of these cards. Definitely, they have these emotions. Like they feel like you are, they're equal. Here's the bluebird of happiness. It definitely feels like there's this beautiful combination, this beautiful attraction between the two of you. And the Ace of Swords, it just feels like they see a relationship from a higher point of view, a different point of view than they've looked at relationships before. So I just feel like it is true that they have the best intentions, definitely for it. And it's not, they're not playing games. It feels like it's real, and it feels like they have those, intentions, pure intentions. So I like that for you, Glass. All right. All right. Lizea Sincere, you will be my last reading for this evening. And you got in the nick of time. So can you get a general message? Absolutely. All right. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? So you have the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles has been that you've been waiting for fruit to, arrive. It's usually, what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree? The fruit. But with the 8 of Pentacles being right here, this is saying the wait is over. The fruit is coming. You've done the work, you put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and things are about to move forward. Things are progressing. Whatever it was, whether it's relationship or job, education, body, movement to a new place, whatever it is, this is movement happening. Things can no longer stay the same. The fruit is there. It's either moving up or out, whatever it's going to be. So if it's been a relationship and you've been putting in it all, it can't stay the way it is anymore. It has to move up or move out so that you can move into a direction that's more in alignment. If it's a job, it's up or out. It's that kind of feel. It can't stay where it's at anymore. Otherwise, it just rots. That's what the fruit. It needs to be picked and eaten, or it drops and it rots into the ground. And so it has to move. There has to be movement. Like I said, upward or outward. So I like this coming in for you because you have been patiently waiting, mostly, right? And things are coming your way. So that is what I feel is coming in for you right now, Lizzie. And before everyone heads off, I do want to make sure you are all aware, of course, that I do have weekly drawings for giveaways. And here is the video. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next Monday and how you can get into the drawing. So, this is the video for that. I have been giving away a 1 hour personal recorded reading, but next week I'm going to give away two 30-minute personal recorded readings. So, two people will have an opportunity to win a reading. And there's also monthly giveaway news in that one, which talks about my monthly readings that I put out. And here's the playlist for that. So if you haven't checked out your April reading yet for your zodiac sign or your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign, whatever part of your life you're wanting to look into, you can definitely check that out. And also, every week I put out at least one pick a card reading out. And this one was the one that came out yesterday around this Aries new moon solar eclipse. Also, the sun is moving into Taurus today. So happy birthday, all you Tauruses. And we're going into full blown Mercury retrograde. So it's a great time to reflect on things and mend our nets, not necessarily set new things in action, but revising old things into action, but not brand new, spanking new things. So that is what you can look at there. Hey, Sakshi, I actually just finished all my free readings. So I'm done for today. Oh, and tomorrow morning, I usually am on Friday mornings, but I'm actually going out of town to take my host to a hospital out of town for some tests. So I won't be on in the morning unless a miracle happens and it happens fast when we get back because it's like an hour away and it's going to be early in the morning. So I'm planning that I'm not going to be able to make it back in time. So I probably will see you guys tomorrow night and not tomorrow morning. Um, but I am here Sunday through, I'm sorry, I'll get it right. Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and normally Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. So I will be here for Saturday and Sunday morning ones, but not tomorrow's. All right. So all of those are available and all that free content. And I think that's everything I want to say. I also offer personal readings if anyone wants to actually book a personal reading. I do those as well, and all those are down in the description box of the video down below. So thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I really appreciate all your love, all your support, and your thirst for seeking after spirit and messages from them. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you're out in the world. Until then, much love to you, and you guys take care. We'll see you soon.